What is up, everybody? Eggnerd here. Today I'm going to be explaining the reserved Trailblaze power system along with going over the Trailblaze power system update as a whole. So the first thing here is optimization period. This will be permanent after August 30th, which is when version 1.3 drops. We already know this. This should be August 29th for us Americans, but anyways, Trailblaze power cap increase. The Trailblaze power cap increase the Trailblaze power cap will increase from 180 to 240 with this new update. That's already good enough on its own, but there is more. New reserve Trailblaze power system. When Trailblaze power reaches or exceeds the max limit, reserve Trailblaze power will begin to regenerate over time. Reserve Trailblaze power recovers 1 point every 18 minutes for a max of 2,400 points. Reserve Trailblaze power can be withdrawn to generate an equivalent amount of Trailblaze power for a max of 240 points per transaction. So what this means pretty much is, if you like the Trailblaze power, like the Trailblaze power itself will work the same. You wait 5 minutes to get one Trailblaze power point or whatever. The only difference is that the cap is increased, but once you actually reach the cap, then this will start to kick in, and instead of it being once every 5 minutes, it's once every 18 minutes. So like let's say you haven't played Starl in a while and you get 500 points. You have 500 Trailblaze or 500 reserved Trailblaze power points. You can exchange those for 500 regular Trailblaze power, but you can only do it 200. You can only do 240 points at a time, so it would be like 240 and then like 260 in order to get all 500. It's not that complicated, really. It's just a one-to-one exchange, really. So the amount of reserved Trailblaze power that you have is the equivalent. Like, you can exchange that for the same amount of regular Trailblaze power. But even though this does seem like quite a lot, it'll take a long time to get to 2,400 points. So that is 43,200 minutes. That's how long it'll take to actually get to this limit, which is 720 hours, which is 30 days. So it's definitely not something that the average Starl player will worry about. It'll take a ridiculously long time to reach this limit. So if you do play Starl, no point in trying to get to this limit, since it'll take longer, since you get one Trailblaze power every 5 minutes and one reserve Trailblaze power every 18 minutes. So, there's additional information here which reads, the Trailblaze power optimization will be in effect from the moment the version 1.3 update begins. The Trailblaze power cap will be raised from 180 to 240 on August 30th. Below are additional clarifications based on the amount of Trailblaze power that Trailblazers possess at the moment the maintenance starts. If at the start of the maintenance Trailblaze power is equal to or greater than 180 but does not exceed 240, it'll gradually restore to 240 over time. You get 1 point every 5 minutes, just standard stuff. Once Trailblaze power exceeds 240, it will be stored as reserved Trailblaze power according to a certain ratio, which we already went over. If at the start of the maintenance Trailblaze power is equal to or greater than 240, reserved Trailblaze power will start to accumulate over time. So if maintenance is over and you have 240 or more Trailblaze power, it'll immediately start to kick in the reserved Trailblaze power system, which is the same as regular Trailblaze power, however takes a little longer to generate and will take a super long time to reach the limit. However, Trailblaze power exceeding 240 will not be converted into reserved Trailblaze power. So again, what this means is, if you, let's say when the maintenance is over, you have 300 Trailblaze power, you have more than 240 or more than 200 or 180, that Trailblaze power that you had, which exceeds the limit that you had before the maintenance begins, will not be converted into reserved Trailblaze power. That'll stay as regular Trailblaze power. However, then it'll start to kick in, like the reserved Trailblaze power system will start to kick in as soon as the maintenance is over. However, all the Trailblaze power that you have just won't be converted to reserved Trailblaze power. So you can still go over the limit, even though the cap is increased, but you can still go over the limit if you use like fuel or the jade to push yourself past that limit. If Trailblazers have Trailblaze power that exceeds the max limit cap before the maintenance starts, the overflowed portion will not be converted into reserved Trailblaze power when the maintenance starts. So this is pretty much what I just said. Before the version 1.3 update and maintenance are complete, mobile push notifications will continue being sent to remind Trailblazers of their Trailblaze power reaching 180. After the maintenance is complete, push notifications will now remind Trailblazers when the Trailblaze power reaches 240. I don't know about anyone else, but it'll always remind me about this whenever I have like 4 Trailblaze power. It doesn't. Maybe it's just bugged for me and only me, but it never reminds me whenever I've actually reached the limit. It just reminds me whenever it feels like it, I guess. Anyways, that is it for the, I guess, reserve Trailblaze power and the Trailblaze power system, this optimization update overall. I don't know if I explained that. Oh wow, that voice crack. I don't know if I explained that well, but if you did enjoy this video, make sure to go down there, like, and subscribe. But that's about it from me. Goodbye.